Good morning, everybody. All right, so we're going to break everything down here for you. Our wonderful sponsors here first, we want to thank them Mission Nutrition, Fit Revolution Nutrition, Refuel Nutrition, all located in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Good morning, TikTok World, Facebook, and YouTube. We're streaming all three live platforms. I will not be live for severe weather coverage today, unfortunately. When you guys uh, need somebody today, you're going to have to reach out. Mesomat would be a great resource. Jessica Does Weather is another great resource. And because Texas Weather, NTX Weather may end up being available, those are all on TikTok. I don't know. Mesomat does have a YouTube channel as well, and it's called Matthew, so you can check him out. Um, so another great sponsor that we have today, Prairie Pro General Contractors. If you need a new roof or siding after the storms, call today for free estimate 605-880-7776. We're going to get to some severe weather expected into areas of Sioux Falls today. We do have the likelihood of, and I'm going to get to the rest of the U.S., so stick with us, folks. I'll definitely get to the rest of the U.S. here shortly, but I do want to make sure that I cover all of the areas of our forecasts. Sioux Falls, South Dakota, we're expecting some more rain later this afternoon, sometime after 11 o'clock. Some of those storms do have the potential of being severe, as Sioux Falls areas and areas southward are in either a 2%, 5%, or even larger. Lebanon, Missouri, I'll take a look at it in just a moment. Again, we do have a couple more days of rain before we catch a break in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Thursday, we'll have highs in the 60s, and then Friday, rain turning stormy again by the nighttime. Areas of Aberdeen, we can't get out of this bubble of cooler air, but it does look like Sunday we start to warm things up. We do have a chance again on Sunday for some more storms, Friday night into Sunday, and then Rapid City. Look at that. 54 Tuesday. Tonight, snow. Snow, folks. It's not unheard of and not uncommon to get snow in Rapid City, South Dakota in May, but just nuts. Snow in Rapid City, 33 degrees. Uh, not huge accumulation, but some crazy weather there. It's going to warm up as you get into next week. That's the one thing that you need to be mindful of. And then Pierre, South Dakota, again, stormy week weather pattern continues. Good morning, Kathy. Thank you for the heart me's. Appreciate it. Again, Pierre, South Dakota, looking for some stormy weather again to approach Friday night, Saturday, and pretty much covering Sunday, although Sunday is going to be less stormy as Friday night into Saturday is. All right, let's go ahead and get all your breakdowns. Here is the weather. We're going to go ahead and take a look at Lebanon. Somebody getting it in early here for the requests. I'll go ahead and get to you guys as quick as I possibly can, but I'm not always going to be able to get to every single one of you. Just be aware of that. All right, Lebanon, Missouri. Can you give me a major city? I apologize. Okay, there it is. Goodness. All right, we're looking at the time here about 4 o'clock. So anytime after 4 o'clock, Lebanon area, it looks like you have some high impact winds expected in that area. If we take a look at the significant tornado parameter, KCMO, Kansas City, Lindsay, thank you very much. Springfield, I'll take a look at that as well. You guys had some huge impacts overnight in Kansas City. My thoughts and prayers are with your area of Kansas City. All right, these significant tornado parameters, we're going to kind of cover Arkansas and Missouri right now, Springfield area. So it looks like the tornado threat increases later in the day. So sometime after 4 p.m. in Springfield area, there it is. So around 6 p.m., So this would be northwestern Arkansas as well. Very significant tornado parameters there. If we go further into the evening hours, again, that is pretty significant right up here. We do have West Plains area, Ava area, around 9 p.m. Those are pretty significant tornado parameter numbers. All the way back into just south of Fort Smith area. McAllister, Oklahoma, Atoka, Oklahoma. This is around 7 p.m. The times are in Central Time Zone. Just be mindful of that. And right now we're looking at the significant tornado parameters. Belton, are you talking about Belton, Arkansas area? And Joplin, I apologize. I'll take a look at that. I know you guys are expecting some significant severe weather as well. Looks like sometime this afternoon, 3 p.m. One second, I'm going to take a look at one other thing to verify a few things here. All right, looks like Joplin area. What we're looking at, this is the highest chance of storms will be during the afternoon and evening hours in Joplin, Missouri area. The OKC area, Tulsa, OKC area, I don't have that right at the moment, but the Tulsa area, you guys have elevated tornado potential for today. The severe weather impacts for today could be max wind speeds that are likely to be 60 to 70 miles per hour, baseball to softball size hail in Bartsville, Oklahoma. That includes McAllister, Okmulgee, Muskogee, Fort Smith, Fayetteville, Arkansas area. Timing on this looks to be most likely between 3 p.m. and 9 p.m., ending by midnight. Another scenario would be down by McAllister area. That would be most likely time frame would be 3 p.m. to 1 a.m. Earliest start could be 2 p.m. and then ending by 2 o'clock in the morning. Jefferson City, Missouri. Let's go to Jefferson City here. I might have to switch over here 1 second. A little hard to find Jefferson City in here today. Let me see if I can switch these to a different scene. This might be a little bit easier. There we go. Let me take this checklist off that I made here. One moment. Miller County. Sorry, it's a little tough to get all these right quick. I got to go. For some reason, my searching is not working as well as it usually does. Miller County, I'll take you right there. I'm trying to get to everybody. It's really tough, though. Miller County, Missouri. You do have some storms, Jefferson City, that are west of your area. These are non-severe area right now, Warrensburg area. This is a special weather statement. Again, expecting storms to kind of ramp up later this afternoon in these areas. Here's a look at near Jefferson City. And again, these are looking at the tornado parameters. They don't look that great, but they certainly, Let's bring it back to a composite reflective. They've got a severe thunderstorm warning now. Severe thunderstorm warning right now, Appleton City area, and that's going to be impacting Appleton City, Rich Hill, Montrose. That's in areas of Missouri. What they have for that is until 9:15 a.m. at 8:22, a severe thunderstorm was located near Rich Hill, moving northeast at 40, 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail. Oh, okay. Miller County, Arkansas. Sorry about that. All right, we could kind of give you an estimate of what things might look like for that. Based on HRRR weather model. It went through an update at 8 a.m., so we're just trying to make sure that it gets all the way through, but it's going to be a little tough to get all the way through here. So right around Texarkana area. This is having a little bit of a struggle showing that severe weather in around the Miller County, Arkansas area. Taking a look at NAM 3K, still shows a little bit of a struggle. So just stay weather aware. Again, folks, the reason why you need to stay weather aware would be because these outlooks here. It does kind of cover some of your area, and while Arkansas isn't, some portions of Arkansas is not expecting significant severe weather today, tomorrow is more of the risk for that area. Clay County, Arkansas. Going back over this way, it's a little bit easier. Apologize. One moment here. Messing around with things from last night's severe weather coverage that I had. So sorry, folks. All right, I didn't put that on silent. So, all right. So we got, are the early storms for Joplin, Missouri supposed to be bad or just this afternoon? The main threat for Joplin, Missouri area would be this afternoon. Let's see, Clay County. Again, northeast Arkansas area would likely have more of an impact here for tomorrow, late tonight into tomorrow. Let's go over to KCMO area. All right, we got KCMO area. We'll kind of show you a rundown of what is expected there. As you can see, 1 o'clock, not too significant. 2 p.m., that's when things really start blowing up. Pretty significant severe weather over by Gardner, Overland Park. I'm very familiar with that area. Around 3 p.m. Central Time. Again, folks, you are in a risk for uh, tornado weather today. Let me put up those just to remind folks of the tornado risks for today. There's the tornado risks. Anything in the dashed area, that would include Bartsville, Tulsa, I-40, I-35, right through Oklahoma City area. You guys are in a significant hatched area for tornado risk, all the way up into areas of by Maryville, Missouri. Unfortunately, areas that have already been hard hit and the flooding continues. Northwest Arkansas, as you can see here, that's likely. Let's look at the timing of this for Northwest Arkansas. Let me zoom back out here and get Northwest Arkansas a little bit better. A little tough to get all these, so let me get it on here. So Northwest Arkansas, we're covering Northwest Arkansas right now. This would be the timing. We see more numerous storms sometime after 3 p.m. into the late evening hours. As you can see, it enters in around 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time. By the time you get to the overnight hours, late, looks like 5 o'clock in the morning, that threat is considerably less. Yes, literally nothing is happening this morning. Yes, that's correct. Not a whole lot happening this morning, but we are expecting that to ramp up. Not a whole lot, but there is still areas like Appleton, Missouri area. I'm only going live today for this morning ritual that I do, live updates to kind of break down the weather a little bit and what's expected to happen. I'm not going to be live storm coverage today. Pacific, St. Louis, Missouri area. All right, so Pacific, St. Louis area, this is kind of what we're going to expect in that area here based on HRRR. One second. Let me kind of show you the flooding while I have total precip on. So this is what's expected as far as overall between now and 4 p.m. on the 20th. Okay. These are some of the estimates for rainfall totals. Look at that. St. Louis, almost 7 inches of rainfall is expected. Jacksonville, this would be up in areas of Illinois. So Missouri area here, lots of rain expected. Again, between now and 4 p.m. on the 20th, 4 p.m. tomorrow. So just be aware, Arkansas area, most of your rain is going to be falling tomorrow. Most of this is for today. Joplin, 4.5 inches, 5 maybe. All right, so that is the risk that we have for that. Let's go back to these areas for the composite reflective here. I'll zoom back out here and you guys can kind of see this. Hopefully you guys can see it all right. If I zoom back out, you can kind of see the outlines of the states. This might be a better way to show you. Covering Arkansas there, the timing of that's looking at 1 o'clock in the morning. Again, going to try to cover all these areas. Afternoon hours for Tulsa, OKC may be okay, but it's still up for grabs after 4 p.m. There's a possibility of some significant severe weather there as well as that line builds. This will look at 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time. KCMO area again, getting some impacts. Springfield, Missouri, timing right there. It's around 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Springfield. You would want to stay weather aware. You got some high impacts. You're in an area that has a hatched area for tornado risks today. Tornado all modes is severe weather if you're in eastern part of Kansas, central and eastern part of Oklahoma, Missouri, northwestern part of Arkansas, uh, even areas of southeastern part of Nebraska today. You could have a couple of rogue cells. There's even a risk for tornadoes all the way up into areas of Norfolk and Columbus, Fremont area, um, sometime after 5 p.m. today. And then that greatly diminishes later, but the wind threat increases. The wind threat would be increasing after 7 p.m. as these storms trek and move into like a MCS type storm cell. Again, here is a look at 9 p. Let's go back to the start for KCMO area. I know I'm spending a lot of time on KCMO, but sometime after 3 o'clock, you definitely need to stay weather aware. If you guys are just joining, make sure that you do a solid and follow if you could. Appreciate that so much. Thanks for sharing the live, Kathy, LSM27. I appreciate the follow. Harrison, Arkansas. Miss Faye, thank you. L shared the live. Thank you, Kathy. Stacy C202, thanks for the follow. Emily Wakinov, thank you. How's in Sioux City? I do have some folks that are wondering about that area as well. They're in a 2% risk. Actually, they're in a 5% risk, I believe. Let me just double check that. Yeah, you're in a 5% risk for tornadic activity today, so stay weather aware. Again, the timing for that could be anytime after 5 p.m. It may stay just south of you, so 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. is kind of your area that you need to be concerned, or time that you need to be concerned about. Cassville, Missouri, you're up next. You're in that 5%. Actually, you're in the significant 15%. You're over by the Joplin area. Timing for you guys, again, is going to be afternoon hours. I'm looking at a live radar right now, and I'm seeing some concerns where these are already starting to get ramped up quite a bit. We have plenty of moisture to work with. 64 degrees for the dew point, 68 down here. Fayetteville, you got 67. Bartsville, and right here, it looks like storm initiation convection is already starting in Claremore, Tulsa area. So these might end up getting more significant. Walkstars, I will message you directly. I just have to make sure that we cover all bases here. I'll message you directly when I get done here. Liberty, Missouri. This is going to be this afternoon. Let me pull through that as best as I possibly can with. So it looks like this is going to be sometime after 2 o'clock would be the earliest time frame, and then 4 p.m. By the time you get done with this, you're going to have two waves going through the KCMO area. Two waves, maybe even a third. So you got a long night ahead of you, folks. Northwest Arkansas, the KCMO, I took care of that area. Kansas will be at it. Do you think north Southeast Kansas will be added into moderate risk. Uh, my opinion, yes, but it remains to be seen. Whether it's an enhanced or a moderate risk, the tornado numbers, significant tornado parameters still are there for a possible tornado in eastern half of Kansas. So just be aware. Are you chilling in Wichita area? Not likely. Looks like late Wichita, maybe. But if things could get ramped up sooner, just stay weather aware. You are in the enhanced risk today. Memphis, Tennessee area is in a marginal risk for today. You shut off these cyclone ports here. Did already go over Fort Smith, Arkansas area. All right, so we do have, looks like Memphis area, maybe around 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Your bigger risk is for tomorrow. Could have a couple of waves depending on the cap going on over there, so just be mindful of that. When should we expect this in the St. Louis area? Let me go ahead and show that. St. Louis, if this holds the the way that HRRR is suggesting, again, be mindful and stay weather aware because St. Louis, Missouri, you're in the slight risk today, overall risk, but this looks to be after 9 p.m. for St. Louis, Missouri. Indianapolis, Indiana, you're in a general thunderstorms for today. Your risk does increase slightly tomorrow, so more of a concern for tomorrow. I'm not going to touch that today. Columbia, Missouri. Again, your timing is sometime after 6 p.m. Columbia. That includes Jefferson, Sedalia. We do have I believe just one severe thunderstorm warning right now, and that's just a precursor. I expect that to kind of die out, fizzle out, and then eventually additional storms will fire. Dallas area, you're in enhanced risk today. Your storms, if there's some rogue cells that can get going down farther south, then you still have all weather modes, severe weather modes are possible. Again, you're in that enhanced risk for the overall risk. Your tornado risk, you are in the hatched significant threat as well. So just be mindful of that and stay weather aware in Dallas. Colleen, you have some special weather statements happening right now. Again, according to HRRR weather model, we're not expecting huge outbreak in Colleen, but again, a rogue cell could get going later this afternoon and into the evening. So just stay weather aware. Bentonville, Arkansas. Sorry, Gamer Dad, I already went through all of those. Stay weather aware for Springfield. Afternoon storms are likely. Springfield, Missouri, afternoon into evening hours. All modes of severe weather are possible. Missouri, pretty much the whole state of Missouri is under an enhanced risk of severe weather, so just be aware. No, that's not the case, Gamer Dad. That's not the case at all. Okay, I try and get everybody as much as I possibly can, but it's not that you're SOL. There are many other resources if you don't like the way, I mean, I've got on any given day 8,000 different comments that are coming in here, so I can't possibly get to every single one. That's why I always go over the risks. Look at those again. See your state, see if you're in the red, that's the highest risk. See if you're in the enhanced, which is kind of the orange. And then the slight risk is the yellow. If you're in that, you need to stay weather aware. If you're like day 3, where pretty much the whole entire US has got hardly any shaded areas, you're fine. So if any of the states are in any shaded area, you need to stay weather aware. It's as simple as that. Stay safe. I don't appreciate Gamer Dad saying that I don't care. Really bothers me. Sorry, folks. Make me feel like I don't care. I definitely care. Everybody in this community cares. We just can't get to every single one. And if we hit it already, I've already hit Missouri area so many times already. Right. Thank you, Amanda. Yes. I'm in Oklahoma. Eric says I'm in Oklahoma. Is it a work with the garage door open day? Uh, Depends on what you want to do, dude. But I would recommend. I mean, it's going to be hot, and I definitely would say areas of Oklahoma you're in that moderate risk. Also, Springfield is there, so you're in that moderate risk for today. That's a 4 out of 5. So all modes of severe weather are possible. Squishy number 1, Arkansas. We've covered that here, but again, Northwest Arkansas. We do have the moderate risk in Northwest Arkansas. The timing again is late for Arkansas. Again, here is Springfield. We're looking at in the afternoon hours after 5 p.m. Once it gets later in the evening hours, that becomes more of a wind event, which is just as threatening. But I do believe that early on, we're going to see a significant number of tornadoes, long track tornadoes in areas of down by Springfield, Joplin, those areas could I have isolated tornado and long track tornadoes this afternoon into the evening hours. So stay weather aware. Yeah, it is definitely tropical. Let's kind of hit that a little bit for the live here. So your dew points right now in Tulsa are 70-degree dew points, 76 degrees. I mean, it's almost 9 o'clock in the morning and you're already close to 80 degrees. It's nuts. Eric, all modes of severe weather means hail, wind threat, tornadoes. All right. Area of okay. Jeff, can you mute David McDonald 82? We don't need that in here. Don't guys viewers that are on here, don't be going to message David McDonald 82. It's likely a bot or it's somebody that's trying to get your money. I've seen a ton of those lately. Don't be scared. Just stay weather aware. I think I'm going to have to stop the live here. Okay, cool. Thanks, Jeff. All right, let's go ahead and try to get to some of these other areas. Again, areas of Oklahoma, you are in a moderate risk. St. Louis, Missouri, going to look. We're still recovering from yeah, the EF3 that hit on Friday, was it, I believe? Yeah, you guys are. Arkansas today, northwest Arkansas, you're in a moderate risk for severe weather. So all modes of severe weather, that includes hail, tornadoes, wind threat. And that extends down into areas of Pine Bluff, just north of Pine Bluff. So Little Rock, you're in that risk as well. Coffeyville, Kansas, we are in for a wild ride, yeah? Not the fun kind of ride, that's for sure. Does any of that Kansas City threat have potential to carry over to St. Louis? St. Louis area, yes. Honestly, think I'm going to have to do these as pre-recorded instead of lives. There's just so many people that are asking about areas that I can't get to. Again, everybody in these shaded areas that are to my right, okay? If you're in any of these shaded areas for today's SPC severe weather outlook, stay weather aware. St. Louis area, you're looking sometime after 8 p.m. T2 Core Baby Girl 2.0, thank you so much. Well said. Chelsea, how bad for Omaha? That's a Chelsea that I'm thinking of. I definitely got to get you. Hang on one second here. All right. Looks like Omaha area sometime after 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time. It does impact areas of Fremont, Lincoln, Lincoln area, Beatrice. That's a look at 8 p.m. Go further, Omaha, Bellevue gets more of a wind threat as you get later into the evening hours. By the time you get to 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning, everything's done with Omaha. Jefferson City, your Missouri area expecting after 5 today. All modes of severe weather, hail, tornadoes, wind threat. Minnesota is okay today. You're in the general thunderstorms. Nothing huge expected today, tomorrow, or day 3. Eastern Kansas, you are definitely under the gun for some possible stormy weather there for eastern Kansas. We're just running through an estimate. This is a radar estimate. It's only a weather model. 3 p.m., right in the KCMO area. Again, Bartsville, Oklahoma, around 3 p.m. Pretty significant storm possible there. And then after that, Joplin, 5 p.m., pretty significant storm there. This could end up having, if not straight line winds, there could be an embedded tornado in there. That's a possibility. Not trying to fearmonger anybody, but again, based on radar estimates and the threat that we have for these areas today, that's why I'm making those, giving you those Details. Oh, we got Jay in here. Oh my goodness. Thanks so much, Jay. Not sure how much longer I'm going to be live on here, but Algona, Iowa. Iowa, your threat today is slight risk. So if you're between Des Moines area, this area here, the slight risk for severe weather. I'll give you kind of a rundown if you're in, I'll cover the slight area risk. Okay. Marginal risk, I'm not saying that you're not going to get anything, but marginal risk is less severe. So I'm going to kind of cover these areas. The timing of that for the Des Moines area would be, if it can get that far north, it'd be after 3 o'clock. And the threat for severe weather for that, you could have tornadoes in the Des Moines area. It's a 5% risk, so stay weather aware, but more of the weather risk for tornado activity is down to the Kansas City, Missouri area, Bartsville, Oklahoma, Tulsa. That does include OKC, Norman, Oklahoma, Fort Smith, Teleka, Telequay rather, McAllister. These are in Oklahoma, Ardmore, Gainesville, that's in Texas. Wichita Falls, you do have that risk as well. And Dallas, that's also Waco. You guys are, and Killeen are in a 5% risk. Spencer, Oklahoma. Do you have a specific area that you're in? Basically, any area of Oklahoma. Let's take a look at Oklahoma. Unless you're living over in this section of Oklahoma, you don't have a risk of tornadoes, or it's less than 2%. Okay? So Oklahoma, your whole state pretty much is under the gun for tornado risk. And then again, these areas here, this would be including Arkansas. You're all in a risk for tornadoes today, depending on the shade of color. The green, that means 2% risk. The brown is 5, and then these other threats are 10% significant in the yellow dashed areas, 15% significant in the red. If you live in the bright red area, you definitely need to stay weather alert this afternoon. Can we see Middle Tennessee for Tuesday and tornadic? The tornadic weather for Tennessee, I'll be doing a live update here tomorrow, but for western part of Tennessee, 2% risk for today. That shifts over for tomorrow. Much more significant risk tomorrow for areas of Tennessee. You can see it right there. So just stay, the next couple of days is going to be critical to stay weather aware in your Tennessee River Valley, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, even up to areas of Des Moines and Nebraska. You all need to stay weather aware, even as far down into Louisiana and Dallas, Texas. Over the next couple of days, these are going to be very critical days for severe weather. I don't know if Enid, Oklahoma is in that area. Just pick some of these areas that are major cities and kind of point your way to the west or to the north or to pretty much the whole state of Oklahoma is in the red zone. All right, I'll do one more rundown of what it could end up looking like. I'm going to shut off the tornado information here and show you like a clearer picture overall timing. The timing again, folks. The timing is going to be up in this area. You're going to be able to see the time right here, 3 a.m. This is one look at one snippet weather model. All right, did they just upgrade? Okay. 1 second. Looks like they just upgraded more of Missouri here. 1 second. 1 second. I'm just going to double check. It looks like they might have upgraded Missouri to higher risk here. One moment. Okay, yeah, I believe that's the latest information that we have here. All right, so I don't have anything that supports higher than a 4, so it looks like southwestern Missouri is in that moderate risk. This was updated at 7:51 a.m. All right, guys, I got to let you guys go. I got to get to work. Um, I wish I could give you guys more information. I will not be live today. You will need to rely on multiple other resources, including but not limited to weather radios. Um, if you're in that moderate risk, which is the red zone, I'm naming off bigger cities: Springfield, Bartsville, Tulsa, Oklahoma City. You definitely need even areas of Wichita and surrounding areas like Dallas, Little Rock, KCMO. You need to stay weather aware today. And yes, have a great day, everybody. Have a plan, know where to go, and I'm going to let you guys go. But that is the latest that I can give you of the information. I'm going to be going to work, so I've got to head to work. And I appreciate Jay